Well, after 7 nights, we're all hooked up and ready to head off from Endless Caverns. We really enjoyed this campground, just beautiful. Of course, we were here to visit Shenandoah, and we certainly had a great time at that national park. We've only got about 3.5 hours of driving. We're going to head north on 81 to Hershey, Pennsylvania, and I know you know what Hershey's famous for. And then also another little community nearby is Lancaster, Pennsylvania. We're going to spend some time there too. So we're ready to hit the road and enjoy another beautiful day. Good morning. This is our first full day here in Hershey. We spent the night at the Thousand Trails campground last night. This is our first time to ever stay at a Thousand Trails campground, so a little bit of a learning curve. They do things a little differently here, and I may go into that a little bit in the future. But today we're heading into town and going to go to the chocolate factory tour and see how they make Hershey chocolate. And I'm hoping we can get some chocolate to bring back home with us. I'm sure we will.
Well, ain't she sweet? See you coming down the street. Ask you very confidentially, ain't she sweet? Well, ain't she nice? Look her over once or twice. Ask you very confidentially, ain't she nice? Just cast an eye in her direction. On me, oh my. Ain't that perfection? For your toe, well, I repeat. Don't you think it's kinda neat? Ask you very confidentially, ain't she sweet? I said, ask you very confidentially, ain't she sweet? I said, ask you very confidentially, ain't she sweet?
Please remain seated with your hands and feet inside the vehicle at all times. Entrance. See you inside.
Hi folks, got that feel good feeling every day. We're making chocolate the Hershey way.
Starts with cocoa beans, which are harvested and shipped to us from tropical regions around the world. Pull the beans and feed them into our breaking chamber.
Milling machines, which grind cocoa nibs into unsweetened chocolate. The smooth, dark liquid leads to the dark and dark chocolate.
Shining tanker trucks pick up milk from local farms. It's our high-quality standards.
It takes 1, 2, 3 real simple things to stir it in a little pure imagination. Hi everybody! These concha machines use big granite rollers to smooth and transform refined crumbs.
Next, we pour the milk chocolate into molds. All of that fresh, delicious Hershey's chocolate goodness is finally ready to be packaged.
Aw, thanks Alex. That's so sweet.
Wherever you go, you're never far from a piece of Hershey's happiness.
Okay, gang, time to go share some goodness.
Well, after that exhausting tour, actually that's free, and it's interesting. It talks about Milton Hershey being born and everything that he did to learn to make chocolate, so it's pretty interesting. And after that, we're getting coffee. This is called Nibby coffee.
It's supposed to be a little more bitter than your average coffee, which we like the dark coffee, so
Yeah.
should be pretty good.
And then a sandwich cookie. So chocolate, and can't come to Hershey without getting some kind of chocolate. So we're gonna dig in
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to get out of here with only buying this. Probably not. We'll probably have to pick up some chocolate to take back, and the trick's going to be not having it melt before we get back to the campground.
Well, ain't she sweet? See you coming down the street. Ask you very confidentially, ain't she sweet?
Well, we're back at Hershey for day number 2. Today we're going to take the trolley tour through the town of Hershey and learn what this town's all about.
5:30. I'm like, hey, sorry, I'm just seeing this now. What's up?
Thank you. Enjoy the car.
Shut up. Our motorman's Rich. You can all say hi to Rich.
Hi, Rich. How you doing, folks? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing? Rich is from Texas. Technology here, this factory puts out twice as much chocolate daily as the old factory did. Chocolate bars with almonds, millions of Hershey miniature bars, Rolos, the most will start with you ladies. Take the basket. In there they make Reese's peanut butter cups and Kit Kat bars. Now the lights that you're looking at right now are not the original. They all melted. He said if you steal one, it's hot chocolate. And then the building coming up on the left is the press building. Chocolate, and we're turning on the Cocoa Avenue. 1903, they laid out the blueprints to build the world's largest chocolate factory. In school, every year they reenact that Hellenistic battle between the Spartans and the Trojans in a football game called the Cocoa Bean Bowl. You want to see a nice high school campus? There it is right there.
Oh my gosh. Oh, wow.
Free confidentially, ain't she nice? Just cast an eye in her direction. Oh me, oh my.
They have a complete outdoor water park for the students. Ice skating arena. They have 6 gymnasiums, a football stadium, a baseball stadium, soccer fields, tennis courts, lacrosse fields. Student enrolls in this school everything that student will ever need while they're here at no cost.
I said, ask you very confidentially, ain't she sweet?
Where'd you know Thursday? You can look at them and go, I have no idea. That home was completed in 1908. Mr. Hershey wrote out a check and paid for it. $53,433. Those bushes were genetically altered to grow out of the ground in the shape of letters. It's a red and white one. Look at the hump over there. That's called the Storm Runner. That was the first hydraulic jettison roller coaster built. 2 cars, Lightning and Thunder, race on those tracks side by side at over 50 miles per hour.
This is the original trade school for the Milton Hershey School.
It was built in 1934. And in 1963, the Hershey Company purchased Reese's. Thank you for riding. We hope you enjoyed the tour and that we gave you information about a great philanthropist you might think of. Great philanthropist that you might not have been aware of. Now also along the way, we always like to give our guests a couple of good laughs as we go along. And the reason we do that is very simple. If you go to our competition, they'll only give you a snicker. I wrote that.
Good morning. After spending a couple days in Hershey, today we're going to take a little road trip to Lancaster, Pennsylvania. This town is known for its Amish roots. It's in the heart of Pennsylvania Dutch country. I was reading a little bit about the Amish, and I didn't realize that Pennsylvania led the nation in Amish population. I think it's about 75,000 are estimated to live in Pennsylvania, which was 23% of the total Amish population in the United States. And our home state, Ohio, was right behind it. And then Indiana was third. So Almost 2/3 of the Amish population in America live in those 3 states, Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Indiana. So we're looking forward to visiting this town and learning a little bit more about the Amish, I guess you'd call it religion.
Way of life.
Amish way of life. And there's also a famous market in Lancaster, a city market that we're going to check out. And there may be some other things that we find here that we want to do. But the first thing we're going to do is head to the visitor center and get some information from them.
Well, ain't she sweet? See you coming down the street. Ask you every confidentially. Ain't she sweet? Well, ain't
The destination is on your left. Kitchen Kettle Village.
ask you
Well, we've made it to the Kitchen Kettle Village, and there's a lot of little shops and businesses here. We're going to check this place out. Definitely eat lunch here and see what else we can find.
Yep. Oh,
What kind is this?
alluring.
see my queen all dressed in green. I go one day. Oh, she's not a woman, she's a dancing machine. Jockey Mo be my name. Jambalaya and a crawfish pie and a billy gumbo. 'Cause tonight I'm gonna sing my Michelle's me home. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when the skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. No, please don't take my sunshine away.
What are you doing?
Corn salsa. Make a lap around this place, I don't think you'll have to eat lunch.
Like I remember you. You used to laugh at me. And all the woo, woo, woo.
At the beginning, I mentioned that we were going to spend some time visiting Lancaster, PA. And we had every intention on doing that. We actually went to the visitor center that one day and got some information on it. What we didn't realize was on Mondays, most of that city shuts down. And we waited until Monday. And it was that morning, I believe, we were getting ready to take off, and we talked to somebody, and they said, you might want to check and make sure things are open. So we started making some phone calls, and come to find out, about everything we wanted to see was closed. So we ended up loading up our bikes, finding a bike trail nearby, and took a nice long bike ride. I think maybe 16, 17 miles is what it was. So the day wasn't wasted by any means. We got some exercise and enjoyed a day out on our bikes. Overall, we had a really good time in the Hershey area. I would encourage you, if you haven't been there, to give it a look. I know if you have kids especially, they would love all that chocolate, all that candy, and as adults we're never too old to enjoy that either. So overall, great time in the Hershey area. Like always, I want to thank all of you for your interest in our adventure. We're having a great time. We appreciate you following us on our YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I'd like to encourage you to do so. Just click that subscribe button and then the little bell icon next to it, and you'll be notified anytime we upload a new video to YouTube. Again, thanks for your interest, and we'll catch you on the next video.
As I went walking that criminal highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me that golden valley. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. Oh, this land was made